Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another Propagandacast from me, your host, Imperial Dane. A bit of an addendum here, covering today something perhaps not quite so much talked about, but I want to talk about recent after yesterday's episode with a recent episode with Jove playing versus that fella on Halber. And here's the thing. It really shouldn't be there, and that's all a bit the problem sort of recently sort of been increasingly been having a bit with the Automatch map list. I mean, well, they are good maps. There's also plenty of bad maps, and we increasingly, got to such a point we actually got a lot of one versus one maps, and so the question that's sort of going through my mind is, how about Relic cleans it out a bit? Because there are plenty of maps where you think we could easily do without, like Halbe, like Bombarded Refinery, like Market Ruins, or list things there. Yes, and of course not just new ones, but there's certainly some older ones we could, also, maybe put to pasture. Like Minsk Pocket, maybe, And maybe we don't need two versions of Holotny Falma, for example. Like, they're pretty much equal. It's not like Samosky and Samosky Winter, where there's a bit of a difference, but yeah, they're pretty much the same. Except for some tiny differences, they're pretty much the same. So, I mean, there's no reason to have two of those, for example. I mean, we could perhaps do with a bit, cleaning up there, so people, can veto maps they sort of generally don't prefer playing on, rather than just having to, veto all the maps that are just genuinely awful, which is sort of the case at the moment to an extent. You just have to veto it if it's complete and utter rubbish. So I think, that'd be pretty good. I mean, that's just one versus ones. I mean, if you take two versus twos as well, again, you get like Simoski being a two versus two map, despite being one versus one. That's, bonkers. I mean, that's definitely something there. They also need to start you again. We also got plenty of two versus two maps now. Again, we've got a lot there. So again, we got some good maps now, and some maps that need to go because I mean, 2 victory points on a two versus two map. Who thought that was a clever idea? I mean, some of them again, it's sure great maps for some to play, but again, that's more comp stomp territory, and certainly they should be allowed to play the game, but that's not the ranked environment, and that should not be where it goes. Again, Simwaski, why is it there? Or again, Minsk Pocket is there. Minsk Pocket. What is Minsk Pocket doing in a two versus two? Again, it's small and narrow as a one versus one. As a two versus two, it's absolutely minuscule. I mean, there's a lot of maps there which probably could do with the, bit of pruning, to be honest, by Relic, And again, so I think, with the upcoming patch, maybe, they could just, trim out some of, the worst offenders, just, being too bloody small, depending on the map size. Just for starters, are too narrow. That way, maybe, create a bit of sort of more fun there. Because, I mean, it's great to have variety in maps, but, you can't just dump in maps there for the sake of variety. I mean, if you do, it's just, again, people wading through a sea of not good maps, Pripyat sectors, Minsk pockets, some Moscow windows for two versus twos and for one versus ones. Again, you got like Rüstungswerke Essens, the Market Ruins, the Halbers, the Bombarded Refineries, the Minsk pockets. I really don't like Minsk pocket, it's just too small. And also just, in this case, like duplicates. Why again have two Holotny Falmas? I mean, maybe just decide on one. And then, once you got that up again, we can consider just looking for more better maps to stick in slowly, sort of just creating a more better varied map pool than again just, sticking in any old map, including the ones that are clearly too small and just don't work. And again, I mean, Hyper really is more of a comp stomp map. And again, that's fine, but that shouldn't be in ranked. It absolutely should not be there. I mean, they took out, Blizzards, they took out, Coltech, so I mean, they might as well take out Halber. And again, my apologies to the map maker. I'm sure he did felt great pride in and all that, but it's just not ranked map material. Again, not when a British player can plonk down it there, close to the center of the map. Well, not even that close, and just cover most of the map. I mean, that's hardly what you call good. Again, too small. So that was just sort of a quick sort of topic I wanted to talk about here. Again, spurred on by, that 1 versus 1 between Jove and Hero on Halper. And it's certainly something that's been bugging me a bit. Again, I do think, they need to clean up the map pool a bit here for Automatch, to, create a better online experience for players who actually want to play ranked. So I think, that would be a great thing for Relic to do and shouldn't be too difficult. Obviously, a few hearts will be broken, but, I think it's for the best. I mean, if they have to, they could just, remake some more, 1 versus 1 maps from Companies 1, and just add them in. I mean, I'd love to see Bow Lowlands. I mean, yes, a lot of people hate it, but I think Bow Lowlands was one of those maps that sort of really highlighted, if a player was actually kind of sharp or not when it came to strategy and maps. But there you go. That's just me. I really love Bow Lowlands. I mean, Bow Lowlands was also to me, one just a map that was sort of really the map where sort of just really sort of just connected with company heroes. It was just sort of the first really epic fight I had. I was down to 1 victory point, staggered out there, spread out across the map, barely holding on. My opponent, had armor company, M10 spam. I had a Tiger just lost. I had a few Knights Crossholder, Stormtroopers. They scatter the map, and he goes GG. I'm like, I'm not trusting. And then he does, in fact, try and push for land last time, and I just beat him. And damn, that felt good. I mean, the first match win with only 1 victory point match left in a 1 versus 1 is magic, and that was really the magic moment for me in Companies when the world really got hooked on Company of Heroes. So in that regard, again, I mean, yeah, I love Bow Lowlands. Again, it was a bit of a unique map, but I thought it had some good moments to it. And I really liked it because it really sort of allowed sort of players who had a great deep understanding of strategy to sort of really, excel on it. So there you go. But anyways, enough about that. Still, overall point here, it would be great if Relic were to clean up the, Automatch pool. This is Imperial Lane signing off. If you like this, subscribe, like, share, and comment on it. Of course, let Relic know on forums, Twitter, Facebook, and so on. If you do agree that, it would be great if maybe, just maybe, they were to clean up on the Automatch map pool. So this is Imperial Lane signing off, and see you all another time. Cheers.